I think this one's heading to a draw. And I know it's Magnus Carlsen, and we know his endgame touch. But David, I'm predicting a draw in this one. What about you?
Yes, I say it reluctantly because I want to see blood spilled on the board, but Denis is doing everything right. Rook, double rook now on the second rank, tying down one of Magnus's rooks. And it's what you said earlier. If the double rook kind of combo disappears, if there's one set of exchanges and it's just a pure one rook endgame, then dead draw. Denis would draw that in his sleep against anyone in the world, even against Alpha Zero. But Magnus desperately trying to cling on with both rooks. It's only the clock. That's the one ingredient that could spoil this for Denis. I think Magnus at some point might play a move like g5 or h5 just to at least change the pawn structure. There we go. At least try to create a pawn majority, but still should be within the drawing regions here, drawing territory. I think there might be a twist or turn ahead. Magnus might get one chance. It should be a draw, surely.
If Magnus gets one chance, he's going to be all over it. He's traded off a couple of pawns, which means black edges closer to the draw, but it also means you change the pawn structure. The f-pawn is now a weakness that you have to keep intact, and white is able to defend the f2 pawn and put pressure on f6 at the same time by placing the rook on f4. So Denis still has to be a little careful, and oh my god, is this the big chance? What has Denis missed?
Wow, I don't think it's even tactical. I think Denis has just put his king on the wrong side. Denis's king is getting caught now in the crossfire. The king doesn't have too many safe squares, and it's actually trapped between its rooks almost. Tanya, it feels like Magnus is improving. I'm not sure where the win is, but he's getting close.
And one gets the feeling that Magnus knows. I don't know if you saw that, but that was a reaction from Magnus on the camera. He just had a different stance once he got g4 in. He senses it. He senses that the position has changed. His winning chances here. David, you've got to break this down for us. How does Magnus convert this? Is the f-pawn just about to fall?
Ooh, it would have done. If the black king had moved, the f-pawn would have dropped on the 6th rank. Now the big question for Magnus is to trade or not to trade. Maybe he can just go up to the 7th rank. He wants to give a check from behind. If you can drive the black king further away, then trading one set of rooks might be okay because the white king is going to march towards the black f-pawn. I think Magnus has to combine an attack against the black king with an advance of his own king. And okay, he goes passive instead with one rook, but it's all about the f-pawn. I think actually long term this is winning. There's going to be rook h6, there's going to be g5 if you pin along the 6th rank. I think Denis just put his king on the wrong side. The black king needed to be on the other side of its pawn. And hey, here we go. Magnus is going to drive the black king too far away. He's found it,
Don't
Tanya.
want to take with the f-pawn because that would mean a rook trade on the 6th rank. So he's forced to take with the king, allowing the checks on f5. This is all over for Denis Lazavik. Magnus Carlsen continues to create magic in these endgame, and look at the flawless technique.
Wow, g5. I was going to say go the long way around. The white king could have walked up the board, but why not this way? And now the black king, note how it's cut off. The black king can never pass the e-file. And yeah, white's f-pawn now is going to cost black his rook. Magnus magic. How many times do we say that, Tanya? Every single game. He's done it again. Denis resigns.
Magnus Carlsen does it again and again. It is unreal, the endgame play that we see from the world #1 in a position that was an absolute draw.